Shadid to left field. That ball is crushed. Lyon didn't even turn around. 65 as Shadid. Did he go deep for the second day in a row? He did. Both Shadids have gone deep in this game. Luke Shadid started hot to begin the year, and he hasn't cooled off since.
I would say just try to keep it as simple as possible in this sport.
And have fun doing it.
Yeah, and have fun.
I mean, because we're here because we're good athletes and we can play baseball very well, but it's all about having fun because when it comes down to it, baseball's a game, and this game is going to end sooner or later, and you might as well have fun doing it.
Growing up, we always had room to run around and play sports, and that's what we were kind of used to. Our whole family was kind of like that. Our cousins, our sisters, everybody. So even at home, and even if we went to our grandma and grandpa's and our cousins were there, we were still just playing sports, competing against each other, and that's where I think the competitive edge came from.
I always had Andy and Luke, and even my little cousin Nico. We were always around the same age, and growing up so close to him was always great because you always had someone to rely on if you were ever, bored or just wanted to hang out. And especially since we were all so athletic and we all, enjoyed sports so much, we were always just a mile drive away from each other. We can go play basketball, play football.
Yeah, it was always competitive, but it never turned into bad blood, so to say. We always had good relationships with each other, and it was competitive, but at the end of the day, we were still family.
We all like sports so much that we, it was never a job for us when we were kids to go out and be active. We were always the one that instigated that, the mobility to just move outside. And just whenever we were inside, we were bored. It was honestly amazing. I don't know anyone else who can say that for themselves, that they had 3 other cousins on the same field that all contributed.
Our little cousin Nico was a freshman when you were a senior, I was a junior.
Seniors, yeah.
And towards the end of the season in playoffs, he got moved up to varsity and dressed as a freshman. So
something that I'll never forget for sure. I mean, I cherish that to this day.
That was pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty rare you get 4 members of your family on one team, athletic team. Looking back on it, it was pretty surreal. It was pretty awesome. I got looked at Bradley my sophomore year of high school, and I committed the next winter, so January, February of my junior year.
Bradley was actually pretty late in my senior year of high school, I'm not gonna lie. I still was on the fence of what I wanted to do. I wasn't sure if I wanted to go and play football collegiately. If I did, I was gonna go to a smaller kind of Division II, Division III school. Track and field, my personal times weren't up to where they needed to be. Finally, towards the end of the season, I hit a good time to where colleges kind of got a little more interested. But once I met the coach at Bradley, all that kind of switched. I kind of gained some perspective that I didn't have previously, and I got more attracted to Bradley and to the Peoria community, trying to stay here and do something special with the program.
We've always wanted to play for as long as we could with each other, and that was a big decision. So once he made his commitment here, everything was leaning towards Bradley, so to say, and so I made my commitment summer going into junior year.
When I'm with Andy and Luke, I was always, especially when we were younger, I was always smaller and probably a little bit slower than them as well.
I think definitely to get caught up in the moment a little too much sometimes, and then kind of have to get back down to earth and actually think about why you started playing this game and why we're doing all this traveling and working out every day and hitting every day. Growing up, that's what we loved doing. That's what we had fun doing. So yeah, it definitely takes us back to when we were 8 or 9 years old, and it's just pretty crazy that the time has gone by that fast.
Yeah. But going back to our childhood of trying to just outdo each other in a positive way, it was never negative, but just trying to be better than we were yesterday. That I keep to this day for sure, especially in tracks. And yeah, I use my experiences from childhood all the time.
So I would say just try to keep it as simple as possible in this sport, and just have fun doing it.
Yeah, have fun.
I mean, because we're here because we're good athletes and we can play baseball very well, but it's all about having fun because when it comes down to it, baseball's a game, and this game is going to end sooner or later, and you might as well have fun doing it.